Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. We want to thank God for yet another opportunity to learn from His Word. We shall read from the book of Mark, chapter 10, verses 46 to 52. It reads, "And they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, 'Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me.' And many charged him that he should hold his peace, but he cried the more a great deal, 'Thou son of David, have mercy on me.' And Jesus stood and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, 'Be of good comfort, he calleth thee.' And he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered and said unto him, 'What wilt thou that I should do unto thee?' The blind man said unto him, 'Lord, that I might receive my sight.' And Jesus said unto him, 'Go thy way, thy faith made thee whole.' And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way." May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of His Word. Now, in chapter 10 of Mark, we meet a blind man called Bartimaeus. Bartimaeus sat in the highway. So maybe let's go back a little bit. The first part of verse 46 of chapter 10 is saying, "And they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho." I want you to see that we do not know what their business in Jericho was, but they came into Jericho, and they were now on their way out of Jericho. Get this right. If Bartimaeus, him being a resident of Jericho, didn't call Jesus at that moment, he could have missed getting his eyesight back. So, in other words, when approaching Christ, we should utilize every opportunity that we get. You know, Jesus was already leaving. He was on his way out of Jericho. But Bartimaeus knew how to use the opportunity that he got. Even though Jesus had handled whatever business he was doing in Jericho and was leaving Jericho, the fact that Bartimaeus saw Jesus while he was on the highway, he called unto him. So, it is always good to utilize every opportunity that you get to get closer to Christ. Now, as Bartimaeus saw Christ, he knew it was his opportunity to be saved. So he said, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Now, the crowd that was with Jesus. Now, sometimes you see the people who have problems with us are the crowd. When we come to church with the hopes to be healed, we have problems with the crowd. The crowd drives us away from Christ. The matter that Bartimaeus had was between him and Christ. But the crowd. Can I talk to the crowd today? Can I talk to the crowd today? Many people have lost their salvation because of us, the crowd. Some of the comments that we pass us as the crowd has made other people miss their salvation. The issue that Bartimaeus had was between him and Christ, but we see the crowd. I'm talking to the crowd today. I want to thank God today we are not gathered as the crowd, but let me talk to the crowd. My brothers, there are some people who genuinely come to Christ seeking for salvation, but because of our views, that has a lot of illusion in it, we push them away from Christ. We have given our view precedence in as much as Christ is supposed to preside. So, thank God Bartimaeus didn't listen to the crowd. Now let me talk to the Bartimaeus. It doesn't matter what the crowd say. It doesn't matter what the crowd sees in you. If you have a matter with Christ, cry out loud to Christ. My verse tells me, Bartimaeus even cried louder than he had cried before. Thou art Son of David. So a verse says, focus on Christ, the author and the finisher of our faith. My brothers, instead of us focusing on what the crowd see in us, let us fix our eyes on Christ, who happens to be the author and the finisher of our faith. One thing that will keep me clinged to Christ is the fact that He hears. He even says, when we call, He inclines His ear to hear what we have to say. So He heard Bartimaeus, and Bartimaeus was called. And I like what the lesson that we draw after Bartimaeus was called. Christ said, your faith has healed you. So, if I am getting this right, it is our faith in Christ that heals us. And the verse in Hebrews chapter 11 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things that we believe in. So the things that we believe in will be converted into substance if there is faith. So for the things that we believe in to be tangible, they need to be faith. In other words, our dreams, when there is no faith, they are just dreams. Let me talk to somebody this afternoon. There are some people who wrote resolutions in the beginning of 2020. It is not about making resolutions. It's about faith that brings resolutions into reality. So if there is no faith, some things will stay resolutions. If there is no faith, some dreams will be stuck in dreamland. Because there is no faith. So Jesus said to him, your faith has healed you. My brother, let me assure you, the only thing that is capable to make our hope substance is faith. Do not be fooled. Unless there is faith, certain things will cease to be a reality. It is only faith that can convert things to be substance. So he said to him, your faith has healed you. It is our faith in Christ that heals us. So you can take that paper, or I don't know, whatever you've used to write your resolutions, and read them out. Those things can only be a reality if there is faith. Let me assure you, my brothers, it is not everyone that is concerned about our salvation. When Bartimaeus was crying, the elders of the church tried to obstruct him from his goal. When Bartimaeus was crying out to Christ, sometimes even our relatives, they may explain our situation in such a way that we do not see light at the end of the tunnel. There are some who went to their aunts in search of solutions in life, but they came out with nothing. So, in this era of a coronavirus pandemic, let me talk to somebody. It is not your friend that is an answer to whatever we are facing. It is not the scientists that have an answer to what we are facing today. So, one of my favorite hymns say, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus Christ. So I urge you today, may your hopes be anchored in Christ. Let me tell you, there is a Christ up there. There is a Christ who listens when we call. There is a God who is ready to deliver us from whatever we are facing, only if we cry out to him. Only if we cry out with faith. Certain things can only be done if we cry to Christ. If we take the right opportunity that we have in front of us. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of it.